Hello, I'm Eric Bertoya. So today I'm gonna make the flan pâtissier, but my own version. So I'm gonna do usually the flan pâtissier using puff pastry or pâte brisée with vanilla pastry cream, vanilla custard. My own version actually I'm gonna do like using the pâte brisée, and then I'm gonna put a gelée with a mango passion gelée on the bottom, and then I'm gonna make a passion fruit pastry cream or passion fruit custard. And then after that, we're going to bake it, everything, and that's it. So I'm going to start to make the pâte brisée. So the pâte brisée, which is a classic, I start with the AP flour, and I put some salt. No sugar, no need to, because with the custard is enough sweet like that. So the salt and the flour are together, and I'm going to add the butter. The piece of butter is a 83% Beurremont butter, just in piece like that. And then with the hook, I'm going to mix until everything is crumbly. I like a crumble texture, very fine. And then from that, I'm going to add the egg yolks and then the water. And then that's it. After I'm going to cover with a plastic wrap, leave in the fridge, and a couple hours after I'm going to roll it, like 5 millimeter thick, and then I'm going to do the fonçage into the tart ring. Like the sand on the beach, and I'm going to add the egg yolk, just like that. And then I'm going to add the water. The water is very important, the water very cold actually, much better for the dough. Not everything, just to see the texture until everything is smooth. And we maybe add some water, it depends, you know, on the gluten on the flour. Just mixing properly until all the ingredients combine all together. I'm going to touch the dough to see the texture. So the texture is great actually, it's perfect. So we have some yolks, I can see on the dough, so I'm going to finish up for the mixing. If the dough is soft, doesn't matter. It can be hard or even medium. So on the softer side, will be actually perfect. Actually, it will be a great texture. We need to make sure everything is smooth. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna push the dough just like in the front, just like that. Make sure there's no pieces of butter or everything is very important. And we can do that a second time just to make sure it doesn't matter, and everything is going to combine well. And then that's it. And from that, I'm going to put under the plastic wrap, cover up, and put that in the fridge. It could be overnight or for 2 or 3 hours, and then after that, we can put that on a chiller or the rolling pin and to make some circle, and then after I'm going to put that into the ring. So now I'm going to make the passion fruit mango gelée to put on the bottom actually of the flan, the tart. And so I'm going to use the mango passion compote from Raw Fruit. Is actually a great product. You have some pieces of mango and passion puree. You have a 30% sugar, and the rest is fruit. And usually this product is ready to go, ready to use. But the thing is, I'm going to bake with the flan, so I need to add some gellan gum low acid, and I mix up with some sugar to make sure it's not like find some pieces. So I put some water and the mango compote with the passion fruit into the cup. So I put on a induction with the and I'm gonna bring to boil actually, and around the 40 degrees Celsius I'm gonna add the sugar with the gelangum low acid and keep stirring until it's boiling. Also, I'm gonna add some vanilla paste actually from Gelatec, which is a great product from Madagascar, and it's loaded with vanilla just to for the flavor and also for the look. Like I use like a half a spoon to it. Which is good using the gelangum de low acid. Also, you can use for pancake. Sometimes you want to use as a filling. You can make some different gelée with a different puree, and incorporate inside the middle of the cake before baking, and it's a bake proof. So and it's stable, and you have a good texture. You don't lose the flavor, and it's great for that. Now it's boiling, and I'm gonna set aside for that. You all the way up all the dough, just like that, just to make sure for like the insert, and then you're pushing down all the way, and you press around the ring, just like that. Sure, everything is like 90 degrees, and which is not the case. So the trick is sometimes you tap the ring to the bone, and all the dough is going down. And I'm gonna make a second thing, just like that, and then I press again. There we go. And I'm checking. Everything's okay. I'm gonna do one more time, and we'll be good. It was in the fridge for a couple hours. Then I'm gonna trim the edge, the top, just to make regular, just like that. Of course, is no waste for the dough. The leftover, you keep it, and to make another one, you can reuse and reuse with a fresh dough. It's not a problem. Just like that, and then just to make sure everything is consistent, regular, all over the edge. The thing is, you want something to prefer. You want something like a rustic, which is a flan. The most important is the thickness of the dough. Everything is regular, the same size, the same thickness. That's the most important. And then after that, here we go. And then the next operation, I'm using a fork, and that I'm gonna poke all around to the bottom. It's very important, otherwise the dough is pushing the way up, and it could create some hole everywhere actually. And it can break the dough. And also, it's very important to poke on the edge too, to make sure the dough doesn't fall off to the center, and everything is a straight edge. Do not hesitate everywhere. Just like that. And then what I do, I'm going to put some plastic. There we go. Like inside, because I'm going to put some ceramic sphere. Here we go, using the plastic wrap. It doesn't melt on the oven, you see. And then I put in the ceramic all the way to the top. If you don't have those ceramic, some people using some dry chickpea, some people using rice, so it's many way to or something else, you know. And you put the plastic to the center, and then like that, all the dough will be straight edge, perfect, and all that. So from now, I'm gonna put on the oven at 340 Fahrenheit for at least half an hour, and then after half an hour, it will be cooked on top, but on the bottom, I'm gonna take off the ceramic and then finish to bake off for another 10 minutes at 340 Fahrenheit. After it's baked, you leave cool off the tart. You keep the ring on because now I'm gonna add the passion compote, mango to the bottom. And then after that, I'm gonna make the passion fruit custard. And again, I'm gonna put all the way to the top. Okay, so you need a ring because after we need to bake again to make sure the dough doesn't go down or it crack all over the place. So basically, just like that. You have some pieces, a mango, the passion fruit, as you see the vanilla paste. So I'm gonna set that to the fridge, and at the same time I'm gonna make the custard. So I'm using the passion fruit puree from Ravi Fruit, which is 90% fruit and 10% sugar. And so basically you do like a regular custard, but without any milk. I'm gonna bring to boil actually. Then when it's warm enough, I'm gonna add the crème fraîche actually to give the structure. The crème fraîche, I'm using the Bourmont crème fraîche, it's from Vermont. It's a nice packaging. The shelf life you can keep in the fridge for at least 3 months. And you can make, of course, quiches and many way to play with that. So I can put the crème fraîche with the puree. It's a great recipe because usually using the puree to make a pastry cream, if you use any milk, the thing is you're going to lose the color and especially also the flavor and the taste. The dairy is going to make over, but with the crème fraîche, and you will see the freshness. You keep the color, and also the taste is a very intense flavor. Just like that, just to stir, to make sure everything is smooth. And I'm gonna make to boil like a regular pastry cream. And at the same time, so this is my yolks. Here we go. To the yolks, I'm gonna add the sugar, granulated sugar, just like that. And I'm gonna blanch, so basically to whisk properly. If I want to, I can add some vanilla, but I don't want to because I put already the vanilla into the gelée. I don't think so it's necessary, but you could do it. It's fine too. And then I'm gonna add the Pêchuan, the haute process belle crème de pêche cream, which is made with a starch and some vanilla flavor. Is to get the, you could use some flour, but you will not have the same structure, the same taste, the same flavor. I think with the haute process, it's more flavorful. It's more also smooth also on the texture. Just like that, one shot, and we're gonna whisk to make sure there's no lumps, just gently like that. As soon my liquid is going to start to boil, I'm gonna add a little bit to the mixture of the yolk, sugar, and the hot process to combine everything together. And then I'm going to combine to the pot and whisk very firm until it's boiling and all the starch actually start to act. There we go. Okay, smooth. There's no lumps, just like that. So it's going to start to boil. So I'm pouring some a little bit, just like that, just to have everything smooth. Because if you don't do that, when you put all the mixture, the yolk, the sugar, and the hot processed pastry cream to the liquid is warming, it could be tricky, and you can create some lumps, and will not be smooth. So you want to have some consistent product all the time. It's better to do this way. So now it's starting to boil. I'm gonna stop the induction to make sure it doesn't continue, otherwise it's going to create some lump. I'm pouring everything. Here we go. And then from that, I'm gonna keep stirring until it's boiling and all the starch are active and firm texture. And then I'm gonna pour inside the tart on top of the gelée. Now we start to be thick with the starch. It's boiling. As you see, the color is like a passion fruit, which is great. Here we go. The gelée set to the tart, as you see, is pretty it's firm. And then I'm gonna add the passion fruit pastry cream on top. Just like that. There we go. Just to make smooth all the way. Most of the people, after inside the tart, they go to bake right away to the oven. The trick part is to put the tart with the pastry cream overnight refrigerate. Why? Because you will have tomorrow morning I'm gonna bake in the oven 340 Fahrenheit for at least half an hour. And to keep overnight in the fridge, you will have a better texture and better balance of the flavor, and the thing will be smooth than to bake that right away. I baked the flan right after the fridge. I did like for 340 Fahrenheit for half an hour with the passion. Usually the traditional flan, this size, you're gonna bake for around 45 minutes. And then you leave cool at least for 2 hours, 3 hours to leave cool off outside. And then I'm gonna do the traditional way. I'm gonna sprinkle some snow sugar around the edge and then do the cutting. Okay? So just like that.